What is going on, you guys? Alex Chasen back here with a brand new video. Hopefully having a great day, afternoon, or night, wherever you guys are in this world. And for tonight's video, some guys just decided to return home in day one of the 2023 NBA free agency. Some of them didn't leave, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. They just returned back to their original team they were on this past season, their entire career, or for the past 2+ seasons. They just decided to return, didn't want to go out, didn't want to take any conversations. They just took the money they got right when it hit 6 o'clock Eastern. Starting off with Mr. Kyle Kuzma returning to the Washington Wizards on a 4-year, $102 million contract. I'm not surprised by this one in the slightest. Did I think he was going to leave? Maybe, because he just didn't want to return to a very lackluster, uncompetitive team, that being the Washington Wizards now, by trading away Bradley Beal, by trading away Kristaps Porzingis. They are very uncompetitive now, but no, he took the money. He took the possibility of being the main star on this team alongside Jordan Poole. So he took the money and he's back in Washington alongside, like I just said, Jordan Poole. Now, what can that duo do? I don't expect much. I've said it previously in my Jordan Poole video when that trade went down with Chris Paul, saying for the Wizards, this is a huge W getting Jordan Poole. But now they keep Kyle Kuzma. They're no better than they were last year. Obviously, I say they're still a 27-35 win team. Last year, they went 35-47. I think they're right around the same. Obviously, a little bit worse on paper, but I think Jordan Poole can progress into a star. I think Kyle Kuzma can continue to ascend. So that's why I say they're around the same mark. I say they might go 35-47 again. Maybe they win 30 games. Maybe they just win around 27 games. With that said, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Kyle Kuzma is returning because A, he gets his money. That's what he wanted in the first place. That's why he denied his player option. And B, he's going to be the main star, if not the second star, alongside Jordan Poole. And that's what he wants. He wants the ball. He wanted his money. And that's what he got in Washington. Moving on to Chris Middleton, who has decided to return to the Milwaukee Bucks on a 3-year, $102 million contract to team up again with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he's not going anywhere. Obviously, I love this move for Milwaukee. It keeps their window open for championships. Yes, Chris Middleton is getting older. He is 31 years old, not getting any younger, but I think he has still some room and still some years of great value for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's exactly what this contract provides. It's just a 3-year deal, not tying him up for 5 years like someone we'll talk about in a little bit. I like this deal for the Milwaukee Bucks, especially seeing the marketplace and seeing some contracts that have gone down tonight. This is a very team-friendly deal for the Milwaukee Bucks, for Chris Middleton. And again, it just leaves their window open to continue to build around Giannis, keep Giannis happy by keeping Chris Middleton. Like I said, there was some trembles about the Houston Rockets being interested, some trembles about some other teams who had a lot of cap space available, but no, Chris Middleton is staying in Milwaukee, and the Milwaukee Bucks just now need to figure out what's going to happen with Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is an unrestricted free agent. There is now rumors of Brook Lopez possibly going to the Houston Rockets to team up with the newly acquired Fred VanVleet. That'll be a separate video of its own if Brook Lopez does decide to do that, leaving Milwaukee for Houston to team up with Freddie, who just got one of the biggest bags I have ever seen for someone of his caliber. But again, separate video for another day. But yes, Chris Middleton has returned to the Milwaukee Bucks. Next up is Draymond Green taking a very team-friendly deal to stay with the Golden State Warriors, that being 4 years for $100 million. We just saw Chris Middleton getting 3 years for $102 million. We saw Kyle Kuzma getting 4 years, $102 million. Now, Draymond Green, 4 years, $100 million. Very, very team-friendly and very, very good for the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green is not going to get any better. He is 33 years old. Only getting older, has already shown signs of decline, especially offensively, which was never his specialty. It's more the defense and overall team play and overall facilitator role for the Golden State Warriors, and just being that grit and grind guy. We know who Draymond Green is. I don't have to describe it for y'all. But with that said, fantastic team-friendly deal, and especially for an aging Draymond Green, by the end of this contract, he'll probably not be worth that $25 million. But again, it's team-friendly. He wants to retire in Golden State. He wants to play around Steph and Clay. That's why they got rid of Jordan Poole, to make the money work for this contract for Draymond. I already talked about and uploaded the video on Kyrie Irving. I think he deserved a video of his own based off just the entire Kyrie Irving situation and all the baggage with him. I think he deserved his own separate video. So the last guy we're going to be talking about tonight is Jeremy Grant, returning to the Portland Trailblazers for 5 years, $160 million. I shall repeat, 5 years worth $160 million. Wow. That is the biggest overpay of the free agency so far. without question, Fred VanVleet got a lot of money. I'll talk about him in a separate video, especially if Brook Lopez comes along with Fred VanVleet in Houston. But 5 years, $160 million for someone who has never been an all-star, has always been kind of iffy up and down, especially the past few years. He has been a fringe all-star. His peak at almost 30 years old, he is 29 years old, at almost 30 years old, his peak has been a fringe all-star, never hitting all-star level. His peak has been just below an all-star, and you're paying him $160 million. With the new CBA, you cannot afford to pay a fringe all-star that much money. The old CBA, you could kind of throw around some money. You could kind of throw it around, create some big teams, create some super teams. We saw it for the past 10 years. We've seen it done. Not anymore. This move is purely to keep Damian Lillard happy and give him the inkling of hope that they can compete for a play-in playoff spot. This is not a championship spot. And again, you still have Scoot Henderson, who I believe should be your starting point guard, and just say adios to Dame, but that doesn't look like that's going to be happening. It looks like Dame is going to be staying for now, especially up until the beginning of the season, and then we shall see what happens. This deal makes zero sense. It is the worst deal of the NBA free agency period thus far. We shall see what happens down the road. We're going to see what happens the rest of free agency, but as of right now, the Portland Trailblazers take the cake for giving out the worst possible contract. And again, Jeremy Grant's not a bad player. Happy for you, Jeremy. Get your money, get paid. I'm not complaining if I'm Jeremy Grant. But on the Portland Trailblazers side, you're trying to go out and compete for Damian Lillard. You know the CBA is already holding you down because you're paying Damian Lillard. Now you're paying Jeremy Grant $160 million. You can't make any other moves for a competitive roster piece to get better. This makes no sense to me. What are you doing, Portland? Are you trying to compete for a play-in spot in the 8th, 7th, 9th, or 10th seed? Or are you trying to get the 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, maybe even the 1st seed in the Western Conference? Because right now it looks like you're just competing for a play-in spot and you're being content in overpaying for someone that is just going to help you get into the play-in. No sense to me. If I'm Damian Lillard, I'm going right now to the front office requesting a trade because this just screws your team for 5 straight years because of this deal. If I'm Dame, get out of there right now. I'm going to continue to say it. Scoot, I'm happy for you because hopefully you can take over Dame's spot and maybe, just maybe, make something happen there. But for Damian Lillard, just get out of there, man. Why would you want to be there? This is disgusting. This is a terrible deal. Again, for Jeremy Grant, I'm putting none of this on you, Jeremy. I'm happy you got your money. You don't deserve that much money, but hey, you got it. You finessed the system and you got that money. Props to you. But if I'm the Portland Trailblazers, I would be embarrassed right now. So those are the main guys returning to their prior teams. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I'll be back very, very soon with more free agency videos. Man, day one has been very, very interesting. And Jeremy Grant, I'll never get that one. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. See you soon. Like always, peace out.